Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
The Eagles take over.
We get our first look now at Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagle offense.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Wentz. And quickly finding Rager. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We get a look at what Ertz did receiving-wise last week. 3 catches, 53 yards.
You think the head coach and the offensive coordinator are able to pull the earplugs out now? Because all week, all they heard was, you know, Coach, they can't guard the pass at all. I mean, they're next to last in the league. Let's throw it on every down.
Yeah, last week we saw the numbers. This week going against second to last in the pass defense area. Good for him. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The former number 6 overall pick in 2019, Daniel Jones, trots out to lead this New York Giants offense.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
It's now 3rd and 15.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 26, Miles.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
Wentz's pass.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. From the gun, it's Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
16 yards. And an Eagle 1st down.
Wentz now on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun now for Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
A 38-yard.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back.
I actually like the fake, all right? They gave it a shot. This is one of those plays where you really think you're going to fool people because he shoveled it off to the kicker, and he was going to try and get it running. We have seen it be successful before, but definitely not on this play.
Yeah, I was going to say, as the kicker, when you see that it's probably not going to work, just tear. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted.
Jones
Picked off at the 30.
intercepted by the Eagles.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete to number 13. It's a gain of 7. Brings
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Touchdown.
Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 99 yards.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Dancing to his left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete left side to Shepard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and a yard at the 7-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones flushed out right. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Giants nothing.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Jones. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will make it into the end zone. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's the stiff arm. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This ball complete to Rager. He won't go down. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. And that is going to be incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down at 4. Jones, they'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 78 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Santos lining up.
Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
The handoff.
Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
Dalvin Tomlinson on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They begin with a run by Barkley. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
26.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Saquon Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The ball carrier.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Jones on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Jones pass.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So that one will be accepted. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 36 yards on the play. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
10 yards.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Complete.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
Eagles 17.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. We'll get started over at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. From there, we fly north to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Jarvis Landry, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. In our game, it's been Carson Wentz with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Here's Wentz to throw.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense. Man, that ain't...
It's a second down run with Sanders. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Carson Wentz sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
49-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Jones, a good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A give to Barkley out of the gun, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And along with the rest of his offensive mates, here comes Zach Ertz. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Play action. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
A gain of 33.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Philadelphia.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Again, it's Wentz. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think.
Oh, why are we doing this?
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Forced out to his left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
The Eagles.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide, not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones, flush to his right. He'll run it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Intended for Sterling Shepard.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Complete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones being chased out left. Oh, and Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Brings up 2nd.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Xavier McKinney showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Eagles on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A loss of 5 yards.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
At the 29-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 40-yard line.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And oh, this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Eagles 31. Giants.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Zach Ertz and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over. And look at the numbers. They have gotten him more involved. I guess the question now, Charles, defensively, how do you make him less involved?
That's always a key question, isn't it? Sometimes other guys are starting to play really well, and you shift your attention to them. You got to make sure you got full focus on him because he's so good that if you don't, he finds a way to make plays. Always have 2 guys in his vicinity, usually trying to bump him off the line of scrimmage and get him out of his route.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sanders, the ball.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Steps away to his left. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all to return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So now Jones and the Giants down by 7, 2:21 the time left. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 81 yards. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. They had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and it just changes the complexion of the whole game.
Here's James. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
So now it's the Eagles' turn, trailing by 1 after the 2-point conversion. 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
quickly here.
Wentz's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling.
And 3.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This a long one from 54. And no, wide left. It's no good. And a tough finish to this one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll lose